but you never know that this is the conclusion. No chance, no hope for those who kept it going.
Oh yes, indeed, it's another Friday in the nation's capital, Monrovia. Oh, thankfully, it's the first day of June 2018. What a pleasant way to welcome you to the afternoon conversation on OK FM 99.5. We will be discussing issues of Mama Liberia, issues of concern to Mama Liberia. We're talking about bread and butter issues that really matter to Mama Liberia. And we will keep talking this up until 6 o'clock this evening. And I'm your driver, yours truly, ZENU Miller. Welcome to the program wherever you are and however you're monitoring us. If you're joining us via Facebook, I'd like to say welcome. If you're monitoring us through radio, the magic of radio, I'd like to also say welcome to you. Oh yes, remember, if you live in a glass house, just don't throw stones. If you can't take blows, please don't throw blows. Because when one comes back at you, you know what it's gonna be like, right? Great, what a wonderful piece of music from Peter Tosh. Right here on the afternoon conversation on OK FM 99.5. Let's get running. It's time to talk about the weather. What does it look like for today? It seems to be a very nice weather in Monrovia, Liberia. So let's hear what the weatherman has for us. Weatherman is predicting 34 degrees Celsius for Monrovia, Liberia. At the moment, it's 30 degrees Celsius. It's mostly cloudy. About 10 minutes past 3, it's mostly cloudy in Monrovia. So yes, tonight this temperature is going to drop as low as 25 degrees Celsius. There will be thunderstorms in spots, so we need to brace ourselves for thunderstorms later on during the evening hours. Tomorrow is going to be a little bit down, 30 degrees as well, but there's also going to be thunderstorms in some areas. So let's dig deep and see what the weather looks like in some other areas apart from Monrovia. Clay is as high as 33 degrees Celsius. Clay used to be a very low point, but today is as high as 33 degrees Celsius. Bensonville stands at around 30 degrees Celsius. So is Brewerville. West Point is also reading 30 degrees. Crown Hill is also reading 30 degrees Celsius. Bassa Community is reading 30 as well as Cinco, Planca, Lapasi, and my own Marshall area is also reading 30 degrees Celsius. So fair weather, if you will. There's been some small showers in places. I don't know what the weather looks like in your area, but in Monrovia, where I am broadcasting from, just a bit of gloomy weather, cloudy a little bit, eventual sunshine at a certain point in time, but it's not crushing hot. It's not a very hot weather here today in Monrovia. It's just, a little bit cloudy, gloomy, mild kind of weather, and it's just okay. And then folks are going about their normal business. They say pro, right? Yeah. So the guys are trying to make ends to meet, because at the end of the day, the stomach doesn't spare you, because this one thing people say is one of the most unappreciative part of the human body. Whenever it's empty, it complains. So, yes, we are back on the afternoon conversation, and that's that for the weather this afternoon. Those of you joining us, I'd like to say good afternoon and welcome. This is the afternoon conversation. Let me acknowledge a few of our folks who have already joined us via Facebook. Michael Think Positive Banda, usual Facebook viewers here, is joining from Central Monrovia. Cooper Paso is following live from his office in Capitol Hill, on Capitol Hill. Clarence Emmanuel Johnson has a big up for us. Roosevelt Franklin Power Temple son. Good afternoon, brother. I'm watching you from New Georgia Estate. That used to be my place. I lived in New Georgia 1 year ago, and it was a very positive place. But I had to leave because of the massive traffic congestion. But now, kudos to the opening of the roads. The president did cut the ribbon, dedicating the first phase of the road, and phase 2 was eventually also launched. Josh Wilson is watching us from Stephen A. Torbert Estate. Dulcie Takan Morris is watching from the Gender Ministry. Robin Draper is watching from the Twin City. Wow, great. Good to have you. J. Franklin and Vanna, my good old friend. Okay, he's watching as well. Clinton Freeman is watching from St. Paul. Abasio Dode is watching from the US in Pennsylvania. And the rest of the other folks, just in case you're joining, just let us know so that we can acknowledge your role that you're playing. You're viewing us right here on the afternoon conversation. Before going to the trending issues, we will play host later on to a group, a young group. They asked us for time. They pay for it already, so we'll be here by 4 o'clock. At 5 to 6, we will play host to the Ministry of Education. Talk about their education summit. What actually came out of the education summit? Education is key. It is important to our dear common patrimony, Liberia. The former president referred to it as a mess, and so in order to clean the mess, this government has decided that it will start a process, and that process was kicked off sometimes last week in Margibi County with an education summit, enlisting the views of teachers, PTA, parents, and then of course several stakeholders in the education sector. So, Deputy Education Minister for Research and Technical Services, Antoine Cassidy, will be here, and he will be telling us more about our summit. So yes, that's our lineup for this afternoon. Loaded issues, and so it's now time to get rolling with the key issues. Weather report is been made already, so let's get on to the trending issues. The ECC. My colleagues have been giving you most of our happenings and providing you details of happenings that have been going on, whether it is the no-call issue, the investigation, those that have been asked to restitute government money. There's so many of them, and whether it is the election, the senatorial by-election, what is the Eton financing agreement, is also that those are issues that the guys have been playing with throughout the week. So when we come on Friday, we just wrap up on them, and then as we go to the weekend, we'll knock off the stress. We just wrap up on them and then try to put some of them into and give you an update on some of them and put some of them in perspective. So that's what exactly we'll be doing here today. The NOCA report. We'll start off with that. Already, the report has been sent to the legislature, as you may well know, and the legislature has made a decision on it. And the decision is that though the report should be implemented. I listened to several lawmakers from the lower house In fact, a motion was made by Representative Akaris Gray that should be implemented. It tells you that the president has the political will. He's mastered the political will, and that is very, very commendable. That people will take the Liberian people money, dish them out, and consume it, you know, and without any remorse. Up till now, without any remorse for what they have done. No car is wrecked. No car right now is in shambles. The entire Noka came down crumbling simply because people just milk the coffers of Noka. And the investigative report outlined several names: Robert, Solive, and the rest of the other folks. The names have been captured in a report to restitute the money, pay back the money. The names are there. And they've been asked to pay back the money. Some of them who were even serving on board, the recommendation from that report, as you may well know, is that they should not be allowed to serve on boards in the future. That is a very good report. And some of them who are captured in that report are currently serving in the government of Liberia. We can only reiterate that President, His Excellency George Weah, needs to suspend most of them. Not even suspend, get rid of them. It is my view that the President should get rid of them. These are bad apples. These are bad apples. These are the very people who milk the country's cover. And to keep them back into government is a test, litmus test for this government. Getting out, Mr. President. We all of them out. Those who are captured in that report and are found wanting by that report, Mr. President, please get them out of your government. Government job is not the only job. Let them go and find private sector job. Or some of them are in a position now to be creating jobs. They should not be holding government jobs. Some of them have doctorate degree. What are they still doing holding government jobs? They should be creating jobs for young people who are coming out of university to work. All of the noise that we make about private sector is finding the private sector, and that the private sector should be the engine of growth. These people, all these ideas should not be sitting down in government and taking government salaries. These people should be out and about making, creating jobs for